After a long and much awaited, long QQ from everyone, we have a game of Dota. Looks like all 10 players are loaded in. Nothing else you can ask for. NaVi versus Fnatic, the two only teams that remains undefeated in the Premier League. They are facing off today. Both teams are leading the charts with 3 points each. Radiant is picking and banning first. Radiant is the NaVi team that made a stream delay for 40 minutes, but hey, we still love them. Fnatic's on the dire side. They are picking and banning second. The player is going to be Puppey, Hovo, Slide of Heaven, Dendi, and Arzard, I do believe, on the orange slot. Dire side is going to be Gordon, Grizin, Vija. I'm probably pronouncing everything wrong, but it's okay, I hope. Mitch and Baja. Yeah, this is American pronunciation, so you know us ignorant American guys. Let me know later on how to pronounce some of these names. And we're going right into picks and bans. We have Brewmother being banned up here and Anti-Mage on the other side. We're expecting something like Furion and Night Stalker being banned up. In the rare cases, I've seen Night Stalker and Furion being picked, and sometimes Anti-Mage being picked. The game just gets really lopsided, so hopefully those heroes are being banned up and we'll have good games of Dota. For some random Dota news, I've heard that more competitive heroes are being put into the pool in the next upcoming batches, so we should be seeing more and more similarities between Dota 2 and Dota 1 metagames. So that should be exciting for all of you guys that are following the competitive scene of both games. Looks like Puppey is going to be banning the Lich as the second ban. So Furion or Night Stalker will enter the playing field, and we will see some of the lopsided Dota here. And generally in this case here, we have a interesting choice here for Fnatic. They could ban either the Furion or the Night Stalker, and the other team would just pick up the other one immediately, or you could leave both of them in the playing field and then they get one and you get one yourself. So that's an interesting choice that Gordon could make, and he's actually going to ban Puppey's famed and loved Enigma. Puppey loves his Enigma, picks it almost every game actually, and whenever he can, and he's going to get rid of that one now. So yep, both Furion and Night Stalkers within the pool, and now Puppey gets the first choice here to pick up whichever one he wants. Furion to me has a lot more kind of global control in terms of providing that efficient type of ganking, whereas Night Stalker feels like the power beast that he just charges right in and tank everything up. So both of them have a distinct playing style. One's aimed for a little bit more pushing, one's for a little bit more tower diving. And Puppey taking a little bit of time here to plan out his strategy and think what he wants to do. Now, of course, NaVi, if you guys watch this Dota, watch their Dota for the last, I don't know, year or so, you know that they love to do one thing and they love to do many things, but one thing they are so known for doing is fighting under your tower, killing you, and then pushing your tower down. NaVi is so good at doing that. It seems like the tower aggro is never drawn on the heroes, or if they are drawn on the heroes, they don't care because they're so tanky. And looks like Night Stalker is that tower diving hero that they are preferring right now. And that's exactly what they're going into. Me on the other side here, we're going to have Furion and Windrunner. I love these two heroes being paired up as a combination because it's always fun to see a Sprout into his Shackle Shot, some ridiculously 5-6 seconds of chain stun. And of course, both these heroes coming from long range, global range of course, from the Furion. Provides beautiful laning. Both these heroes could go into many lanes. Jungle, for example, for the Furion. Solo mid for the Furion. Of course, he could actually go in long lanes with some success. We've definitely seen it in past with Boots first Furion from time to time. Of course, Windrunner, the laning master herself, could go into almost every single lane as a support, as a carry, as a solo farmer, whatever you need, she will give it to you. And it looks like the Radiant team, NaVi, finally gets to play the Chen. Most teams, right off the bat, when they play against NaVi, will just ban up the Chen because they're so deadly with that. And this game, we're going to see something crazy. Of course, Ancient Apparition will be a decent counter, and let's see if Fnatic is going to pick it up right now or whenever, after NaVi's done with the picks. Of course, just to counter the Holy Persuasion, but that's not the true power of Chen here. True power of Chen is pushing your towers down 5 minutes in the game with insane amount of ganks. And really, NaVi's the team that reinvented Chen during the International, during some Dota 1 back in 2010. They were picking Chen and making every team see the power of Chen. And they're doing it right now, once again. And let's see how well they're going to play their Chen here today. Chen automatically going to give NaVi a little bit more edge in terms of tower pushing because the creeps are a lot more tankier. And the Hand of God if he gets level 6, will be very, very helpful for tower diving heroes such as Night Stalker. And don't underestimate the Holy Persuasion, the ability to send whoever back. We're gonna see Dazzle Chen, massive healing here. And my question is, what is the Radiant team gonna do if we pick into an Ancient Aberration? It seems like a no-brainer. Double healer gets completely nullified by the Ancient Aberration Ice Blast. But going back to the Holy Persuasion, it's so we have seen Puppey do this time and time and time after again. You almost feel like you're killing someone. Holy Persuade sends that person back. He heals up. Yes, it removes a Navi hero from the team fight, but Navi generally are very good in terms of keeping their exterior towers up, which means that if you send someone back, he can immediately TP scroll right back in the fight. Sure, it's going to take 5 seconds for a little bit of regen, but if the team fight lasts long enough, and with healers, it generally does, that person, if it's a Night Stalker, could come back right in the fight and provide huge impact in the gameplay. Dazzle's going to be the choice here, and given the fact that we have a Chen, at the very least, Dazzle's going to be in a dual lane, or most likely Dazzle's going to be in a solo lane, and personally, I love seeing solo Dazzles because with enough EXP, he is a really, really broken support hero. Just for a moment, imagine what he does, right? Of course, Grave is probably one of his support spells. For some of these heroes that are taking so much attention in a team fight, you want to get rid of him as soon as possible, such as Night Stalker. A Grave on him will just be a godsend. Of course, extra healing wouldn't be bad. The slow is decent. DOT is going to be really nice, but Weave is just almost broken against these already very low armor fragile heroes. Weaver is going to be the hero choice here, and I'm completely baffled by this. Not only is Weaver countered by the fear, Weaver's, easy game against Night Stalker. Weaver can be easily picking off. I personally believe Ancient Aberration would be a perfect counter pick here, but no one actually really too afraid of it. Vengeful Spirit and the Earthshaker, immediate bans here from Navi. Do we have any type of bans? No Ancient Aberration ban either, so I guess Navi not afraid of it despite having 2 healers on their hands, so they know better. Our Puppey knows better than I do, so we'll see. Star are going to be the ban choice here to protect themselves a little bit more. I do believe this is a very smart ban. You already see a lot of minus armor just from the Weave alone, and giving away Slaughter plus the Dazzle can be a very dangerous combination. Those two lane next to each other pretty well as well. And the question is, I was actually suspecting the Dazzle will go solo mid, but you do have a Night Stalker as well, and that he's a very, very strong solo mid in that essence as well. So it's up to Navi how they're going to be laning it, and it looks like Dragon Knight is going to be the ban here as well. So it seems like the Dire team might be going for a little bit more magical DPS side. Generally, DK is a very stable ban nowadays. Maybe they don't feel like the Weaver alone can be dealing enough physical DPS, especially not before 25 minutes on, which is where DK gets his ridiculous tanky power with Dragon Blood as high natural strength growth. And of course, if you put so much healers on them, it's going to be an issue. So now, Radiant team is thinking of their 4th pick here. They do still need a long lane solo. In terms of long lane solo, Puck is a decent choice. Clock, although not picked often, can be a decent choice. Shadow Shaman is going to be the choice here, so we're going to be going for massive pushing, massive healing, of course with double arcane boost on Dazzle, maybe even on Chen and on Rasta. We're going to have a lot of mana to sustain that push. Of course, one of these guys should be getting an Urn as well. Most likely it's going to be a Night Stalker. They have just massive healing, massive pushing power as well. And it's going to be very difficult for the Fnatic team to defend this. Sure, they do have some AoE in the Wrath of Nature, in that Power Shot, and sometimes in the Swarm. Well, would that be enough? Especially dealing with that Serpent Wards, which, none of those AoE actually hits. Of course, dealing with the Hand of God is an annoying thing as well. So, how will Fnatic deal with this? I still, in the depth of my heart, I still believe Ancient Aberration will be a very decent pick. He's going to be really weak against the Night Stalker, don't get me wrong. He gets easily picked off against Night Stalker. But the AI Splash just feels so good to go against this kind of squishy lineup that depends on heal to kind of survive. But we'll see. We will see. For anyone that just joined us on this broadcast, this is game number 1 between the Radiant, and the Dire between Navi and Fnatic. We had a very, very long wait. We were waiting for Hovos from Navi, or was it Arzat? One of the Navi's players. It looks like Sand King's going to be a hero choice here for the Fnatic. Of course, Sand King, very, very good AoE ultimate, and that is going to soften up everyone as long as it gets it off, which can be difficult to get off. Some good AoE damage can really blow up Chen's creep, especially if he's taking like Caustic Finale. But for the most part, I don't think Sand King is the answer to this kind of pushing coming in from the Radiant side. Radiant has some very, very dangerous stuns here. Of course, the Hex is, you know, one of the best things to do. I also feel like Rastus, you know, of course, he's picked for the pushing, but also as a soft counter to that Weaver. And Doombringer coming here from NaVi, and we're going to see some crazy laning. I assume now it's going to be Dazzle plus Doom, I assume, because both Shadow Shaman and the Night Stalker both need, you know, a good deal of experience to work with. So that might just be it. And in terms of laning that dual lane, I guess they could put it top. It's just going to be really strange. We haven't seen Doom for ages, and the reason we haven't seen Doom is because he's trending out. As a hero, he has very, very low armor, so a lot of teams kind of easily counterpick him. Even if a lot of teams pair him up with a Lich, but even so, he gets countered pretty hard. So I assume what Navi's going to do is go for a quick Radiance on that Doom. With the help of Tower Gold, Doom farms very rapidly with that Devour as well. And I do believe we're not on the right. No, we're okay. Okay, we're good. Sorry about that. And Witch Doctor is going to be the last hero choice here for the Dire side. Now, generally, I won't like Witch Doctor in this case here because I feel like they don't have enough burst damage to really take advantage of Maldic. Well, you know, they have Power Shot and they have Barrel Strike, but for the most part, the burst damage is somewhat weak, but the cast will just be so good against Chen creeps because they bounce for extra duration on non-hero units. It's going to be so good against the Night Stalker, especially when he's diving with his friends past tower. So when we have two heroes diving here, a cast would just constantly keep them in place, and the tower could really weaken them down. So that's a decent hero choice. Of course, Death Ward is, you know, nothing to laugh about. But we have 3 really strong counters to that Weaver. Fear against him, Doom against him, and of course Hex against the Weaver as well. And that will be very difficult for the Weaver to stay alive. And of course, Weaver is going to be played by Gordon. Meanwhile, Baja is going to be on that Sand King. Fian's going to be played by Mitch. Looks like he's going to be solo mid with that. Brazilian going to be on the Windrunner, and Vija is going to be on the Witch Doctor, who has, interestingly, has picked up a Gauntlet of Strength for a little bit of strength. One more here to pick off this jungle. Is it going to maybe drop one here as well? No, he's going to just content to block this camp for now. Me on the Radiant side, Navi. Let's see who is playing what. Doombringer being played by Dendy is going to go solo mid. And if you guys don't know Dendy, well, you guys have been watching Dota for a long time. Dendy loves, I don't know whether he loves or not, but he always builds so interesting items. Like, it's just, don't, you know, if we see something like Midas into Basher on Doom, don't be surprised. It's definitely possible. Light of Heaven is going to be soloing bot with that Shadow Shaman. On the top lane here, we have Puppy on his famed Chen. Havos going to be on support Dazzle, and of course, I do believe this is Zarza. It's going to be on the Night Stalker. Vo's generally being played the kind of the hard laner or the carry. Looks like they're going to be blocking off this. Interesting. So despite that, the fact that he could benefit from this creep cam, not going to do so right now. It's going to pull a Tro, so that can be a decent ganking creep. And looks like we have double invisibility on the top lane, or the possibility of double invisibility on the top lane here. But we do have a net, and that net will reveal you for a little bit for the duration of that stun. And so this is going to be somewhat passive laning until Chen comes in here to set up a gank, and it looks like he might be trying that right now. Sensual being dropped down out of the sight of the Fnatic team. A single slow here from the Night Stalker, and a net should be enough. He's just waiting for this guy to maybe use the Sakuchi. Maybe there's going to be there's a net right now. Fear, no more. Oh, the heal miss, and he's going to be A-okay. His damage, or his HP is really low. Do we have a Ring of Besaidus on our Chen? No, he doesn't. Just have a whole bunch of wards. And looks like he's not going to get a kill anytime soon on the top lane. Back in the mid lane here, looks like we have a TP in against Dendy. Dendy gets trapped by the creeps, and looks like he's going to go down. A couple more physical hits going to do it. Stowshield doing a lot of block, and there's a TP in as well. Salve gets burned, and he's going to go down nonetheless. Mitch TP's away basically 2-inch, but just enough to get the first blood. Nicely done by Mitch to pick that one up. Definitely did not expect that. Coming out of the mid lane, generally doing very, very tanky hero. He hit one down nonetheless. So good job. It was actually most likely NaVi that's supposed to pick up the first blood. And it looks like we're asking for a pause. Trying to set up some that was the tournament organizer. Check Skype. Okay. Alright, let's check out what's going on in terms of farm on the bot lane here. Women's got 3 and 2, good lane control, and how we're doing on Light of Heaven. Light of Heaven 6 and 1. And right now here, of course, you expect the Windrunner to get the advantage. I it's pretty much a wash. I mean, Ether Shock as a nuke, definitely not as good as Power Shot, but they're kind of so close in terms of power that it's not really that big of a deal. So, of course, I do believe that Winner has a better attack animation overall, so she should win the lane if all else is equal. She is going to have her Ring of Basilius being upgraded in a bit, so that's going to give her a little bit extra damage, but more importantly, give her that mana regeneration and ability to toggle on your creep wave, your armor, so you could control the creep wave a little bit there. Looks like all 10 players are ready back in game and calling for to go. 2-minute rune being spawned and look like both teams ready, and this is a sign of good supports on both teams. The rune haven't spawned yet, both supports are ready in position to try to contest over that rune. Unfortunately for them, there's going to be a haste rune spawning on the bot lane. Then he needs a little bit of help on the mid lane, just really getting hammered down by 2 600 range heroes. Even having a style shield, not going to be enough to block the constant harass coming his way. He does have Scourge Earth, and despite of Scourge Earth, still went down for the first blood. We do have haste rune being guarded by the Witch Doctor. Who's going to pick it up? Is it going to be Windrunner? Don't think she really needs it. I think right now the Witch Doctor is just waiting for opportune time to pick that one up. Back in the top lane here, Sentry Ward's halfway done. They really haven't picked down this interesting dual lane of the Sand King and Weaver. Both these guys need a lot of farm. Well, not a lot of farm, but the Sand King at the very least needs experience. And so far, its level 1 Burrow Strike is very, very short range. 400 range, I believe, or is it 350 range? Yeah, that's why generally we don't see Sand King too effective in terms of dueling. The way that he's played right now is going to be playing solo. We do see Witch Doctor. He just hasted past this Observer Ward being placed down on NaVi, so they definitely know that Witch Doctor is en route and should play it accordingly. Back in the mid lane here, Dendi is skilling Scourge Earth instead of Devour, which can be considered as non-standard. Generally, Doombringer nowadays will max Scourge Earth by 7 for maximum farm. Looks like he's going to be opting for a little bit extra survivability instead. Back on the bot lane, we have a tiny pool being done up here by Light of Heaven. A very deep Observer Ward being placed down here, which, by the way, this is a defensive Observer Ward. If you think about it, what the Windrunner is really afraid of is a single TP in, whether it's from a Night Stalker or whoever else, and go for a very easy kill with the help of Shackle and Hex from Light of Heaven. So with this ward in position, you will see those TPs in, and she's going to be absolutely fine. Of course, Chen going back defensive jungle, seeing that he hasn't able to do too much on the top lane. Meanwhile, it looks like we have a little bit of gank on the top lane. Sprout is going to miss Grave in position to heal himself. Mitch TP'd in, but not really much is done. Witch Doctor and Sand King somewhat in low HP. No push is going to be concocted because they don't really have a Ring of Basilius or anything like that. So they're going to just pop their regens, pop their whatnot, and they're gonna be okay. Chen looks like he's coming on the mid lane, maybe trying to get off a tower push, but tower is at full HP. Maybe they're waiting for Mitch to come back before killing him. Mitch is level 5 almost. Dendi really doesn't have the explosive killing power. He's maxing Scourge Earth and has a single level of level death. And meanwhile, it looks like we have a kill on the top lane here. Hovos went down to massive stuns and massive right-click power here. And it looks like they are trying to push down this tower here from the mid lane. Tower's at half HP, doing a lot of damage. Any Ring of Basilius? No, we do not. So, not too sure really what Navi's doing. Navi, the game plan, at least the way they started, was to control the top lane, get off a couple ganks, and go for a push. That has not happened. They lost a first blood in the mid lane and a kill on the top lane now, given the fact that Puppy's no longer there. So it seems like Navi's well, having a little bit of trouble. Fnatic controlling the laning stage fairly well, but the mid game is where Navi becomes really, really strong. They have Night Stalker, which is a beast of a mid game hero. There's the Urn of Shadows I've been talking about. Of course, they have that massive heal I'm talking about as well. Unfortunately for Navi, they really need to get many levels on that Dazzle, because Dazzle without levels is an issue here, as we see a gank going on the bot lane, Wrath of Nature being concocted, and then we have a TP in from Mitch, and that was a fairly easy kill on Light of Heaven as well. So 3-0 in favor of the Fnatic team, and again, if you guys don't know, these two teams are the only two teams in the Premier League that remains undefeated, and the question is, will any of these teams remain undefeated after these games today? Or will they split a 1-1? It seems like right now, Fnatic on a good route to claim that 6 points in that Premier League. It looks like mid lane, he might be a little bit trouble. Tower might get taken down. They're going to usher away Mitch a little bit. There's a glyph being used, and Puppey taking a lot of damage. We have a Doom on Mitch, and there's a nuke Test of Faith on him as well. Looks like Baja is going to come in. Puppey's going to go down. Are they going to get a kill on Mitch? I think Mitch is going to be A-okay. Dendy's going to be trapped. Do we have another Burrow Strike mana? He has a cooldown, but not enough mana to do so right now. Still waiting for just a bit, and he's going to be A-okay with that Scourge Earth going out. Mitch going to be fine as well. Survives with about 100 HP. Tower's going to get denied, I assume, by Visha. Tower gonna get denied as well. Another victory for Fnatic team. Some extra bounty going to NaVi, but really they wanted the full tower. They did not want Puppey to die, and unfortunately for them, both of them has happened as well. Me on the bottom here, Light of Heaven trying to put on some pressure as well. There's an Ether Shock. There's a Mass Serpent Ward trying to bring down this tower. Tower with a very healthy HP. Good job by Windrunner blowing them creeps, and now these Mass Serpent Wards really weak in terms of health, and it's gonna get blown up by the tower. And looks like Windrunner having a field day farming those Mass Serpent Wards as well. Looks like we have a Baja sending those illusion runes, making me scared. I was like, oh man, he's everywhere on the minimap. Where is exactly him right now? Mitch might be in a little bit of trouble as we see Night Stalker finally getting some gank going on. A couple of hits. There's a fear. Immediate TP in. Where's the fear? No fear right now. There's a Sprout, and Baja comes in right now. Where's the Burrow Strike? There's the Burrow Strike coming in. Very low HP. A couple more physical hits. Look at Baja with a block. Nicely done. He's 2 more hits away. He pops the urn for himself right now. No, he popped the magic wand. A TP in from Mitch. A couple more hits gonna do it. No, we have him TP out. Cast. No, he's running into the fog right now. Still running. He's so very fast. Trying to get the dodge. Not gonna get it off. Nature's Prophet picks up yet another kill. 0-5 in favor of Fnatic. Gordon has not been ganked off right now. Has a Ring of Health and a Slipper of Agility. Interesting item choice here. Still no Ring of Status or anything like that. No boots being picked up. Good job by the NaVi team. They're getting some levels on Hovos, who is maxing Shadow Wave. He needs every single spell max, and that's an issue with Dazzle. He needs so much basically so much experience. Back in the bot jungle here, we see Puppey in a little bit of trouble. There's a Burrow Strike. Cask is going to bounce between the creeps, trying to micro him out of the way, but he just got in a little bit of position. And looks like we have that Shackle Shot upon the Night Stalker. Night Stalker trying to run out here. Havos TP's in right now. He does have the Grey P. My level and Grey have 400 cast range, so they got to stay somewhat close to each other. Baja will have another Burrow Strike. Level 3 Burrow Strike comes in right now. Shackle Shot's going to latch onto Hero. What a hack Shackle Shot. Havos going to go down. Light of Heaven running low in terms of mana as well. Puppey TP's in immediately. He has Test of Faith, so a lot of nuke. There's a Test of Faith on Baja. Night Stalker coming. I think they are going to get 1 kill, and I do believe they are going to run out just fine here. That's the first kill on NaVi, despite having such early game heroes such as Night Stalker and Chen, and that's a true testament of how well Fnatic's playing. They don't have as good early game heroes as NaVi does, but they're still outplaying NaVi with a 6 kill advantage. Unfortunately for them, they are going to lose the spot tower, and there's not going to be denied for them. Fnatic lost 2 towers already. One of them is denied, and one of them isn't. But I do believe they are winning in terms of farm. After this tower register, I will check the farm difference goal in just a bit. But for now, let's check out the CS. We're at 43 on the roster, 37 on Doom. Keep in mind that some of these goal is a little bit extra because he's getting Devour bonus. 25 on the Night Stalker, not exactly the best farm. 17 and 11 on the supports respectively. 33 on the Weaver, 42 on the Windrunner, and 22 on Mitch. So they are getting a lot of hero kills, but it seems like Dendi and his NaVi team is actually farming a lot better. Or not a lot better, but just better overall. They are down by 6 kills, but they are up by 2 towers. So the goal difference should be a little bit of wash, but let's exactly look at it. It's only a 700 goal lead here for the Dire side. No, for the Radiant side, for the 2 towers, excuse me. Yeah, so despite down by 6 kills, they're still leading in a little bit of goal difference, and that just shows you the importance of tower being pushed down, despite one of them being denied. And it looks like the NaVi team are ready to put up even more pressure on the top tower. Here comes Chen, here comes a double damage and a bottle of a Dendi. He does have face boot. It's going to be going for Vanguard next, a very, very standard build. And again, it's Scourge Earth being maxed with face boot. He is going for some right click, not farming, not spell casting. Very, very interesting build here for Dendi, and they're going to go on this top tower. How will Fnatic defend? That is the question. Night Stalker is going to be en route as well. One person in position. Level 5 Sand King will not have his ultimate ready. Level 2 Sandstorm as well. A single teleportation coming in. Will NaVi back off for now? Looks like they will back off. Windrunner can just mess up your team fight with a perfect Shackle Shot, and he has been dropping some really, really hack Shackle Shot. All 10 players in this top vicinity. No one's really level 6 just yet, aside from Mitch. Mitch could TP in immediately. Nice Stalker poking his head in, trying to set something up. Mitch, meanwhile, says, okay, I'm going to just push the mid lane for now. Nature's Prophet being dropped a spell. Looks like this team fight, it will break out. Master Serpent War drops on Grizzly. He's going to be A-okay. Teleport in from the Nature's Prophet. They are going to try to focus on him, and it looks like he is going to go down, but at what cost, as we see the rest of the team fighting over here. He's just trying to run away from Dendi. He's delaying the fight for as long as possible. Looks like Lion of Heaven is going to get TP back by Holy Persuasion. And I do believe Havos is going to go down. Early Grave gets popped, but I think he's going to get chased down by a Sakuchi. Will he have a mana for Sakuchi? Magic Wand. No Magic Wand here. No mana for Sakuchi. And that, I believe, was a mistake on an item choice. Dendi still going strong here with a double damage. It's going to chase down Witch with the help of Serpent Wards. But will he make it out fine? I think he will, because Gordon will have no mana. In fact, it's Dendi on the chasing. Dendi says, I don't care, I'm going to just solo push this like no one's business. He still has one Chen creep, and it looks like this is exactly what I'm talking about. Before this team fight, it was 1-7. After this team fight, 5-8, and that team fight really fought under the advantage of NaVi. Like what I said during the pick phase, NaVi like to fight under your tower, kill you, and push your tower down. And that is exactly what we saw here. I'm very surprised that Gordon did not have a Magic Wand till just right now, because the Magic Wand in team fight, especially for a low mana hero such as Weaver, who needs to spam a lot of his spells, that is very, very important. I do believe he definitely missed one kill on the Dazzle because he did not have that Magic Wand, but lucky for him, he still survived, right? He's dealing with Doom, he's dealing with Hex, he's dealing with the Fear, and he's still alive. Cass is going to bounce on Dendi right now, but he's going to heal a lot. Burial Strike goes in. Are they going to bring him down? There's a Hex. There's a loud spell being dropped on Baja. It's going to drop into a Sandstorm. Going to be A-okay, but look at the push coming from NaVi. They're going to heal themselves up, and here comes the push. Can we defend it? Fnatic says, we're going to try, as we have a teleport in from Grizzin, and I do believe they're going to back off, at least for now here. Going to regroup up. How many Arcane Boots do we have up? We have one Arcane Boot from the Shadow Shaman. Second Arcane Boots should be up on Dazzle soon. And Grizzin gets Hex right now. Gordon very low on the mana, but he will have, and there's a Weave on 3 or 4 hero. Gotta be somewhat careful. Cass is going to be bouncing, and look at how annoying that is to stun the creep for a long time. Look at the heal. Look at the Arcane Boots being used, and they're going to keep on pushing. Everyone fairly healthy in terms of mana, fairly healthy in terms of HP. Of course, Dendi is a little bit low, but he does have Scourge Wave. Doom is going to come up off cooldown in about 3 seconds, and he will have the mana to drop off almost every single spell. And here comes Night Stalker to chase everyone away. Doom is going to go on Grizzin. He's really low. He's going to be forced to go back. Hand of God comes in right now. Cass bouncing left and right. Dendi very low HP gets sent back, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. There's still, everyone's still alive right now, and Fnatic now going to be chasing. They will have a TP in against Puppy. Puppy is going to be okay. No, there's a spell on him. No tango, and he's going to go down for sure. Going to drop off a couple of nukes before he dies. But after that push, before it was 1-7, and now it's 5-9. Another tower down. Top tower taking a lot of damage. Yes, time was wasted a lot on both sides, but looks like meanwhile the mid tower was pushed down. The bot tower, excuse me. The mid got denied for a long time ago, and the bot was pushed down. So, and check out the goal difference in just a bit. I felt like a lot happened. And the goal difference looks like we have a very, very stable lead of a 3 to 4,000 goal for NaVi, and it was only like 10 minutes ago when I was saying, oh my god, NaVi's in trouble. But it looks like this is exactly what I'm talking about, when they have the mid-game advantage, and they are playing it perfectly. A lot of teams would be like, oh man, we're down by 6 kills. Ah, man, it's a bad game. But NaVi says, whatever, 6 kills, no big deal. We're going to come right back here. And again, very interesting build from Dendi here. He's now going back to max out Devour. And he's farming things up. He's running low in terms of gold, so that means he's just bought an item. I do believe is Vanguard coming in. No, it looks like he's going to go for a pipe first. Interesting here. Generally, everyone feels like, oh man, Doom has 0 armor, so let's get some physical survivability. So Vanguard is generally the first choice here, but looks like he's like, you know what? We're going to deal with the nukes here coming from the Dire, because when I pop the pipe, there's absolutely no DPS output from Fnatic. And that's going to be his choice. And looks like Dendi is going to dive like an absolute madman. A TP in for the Night Stalker here. Can they bring him down? It looks like ultimate drop on him as well. Still very, very tanky. Maledict's on him. But here comes the entire NaVi team. They're going to focus on the Witch Doctor. And Master Burn will being dropped. But they're going to just run away from that. And here comes Doom. Doom on Grizzin right now. Can he focus down? He did pop the Windrun. Still trying to run his way up. Dendi chasing with Scourge Wave. A couple more hits. So he's going to go down. Now he's going to change focus on Baja. Baja is going to be okay. Looks like teamfight's still going on right now. Mitch is going to go down, and I do believe NaVi's going to continue to push on the bot lane. And did Mitch? No, Grizin's going to be fine. Yeah, he survived through the Doom. Baja is going to be fine as well. So all they really lost Fnatic was Mitch, and I do believe that's, you know, that's okay. And I do believe NaVi can't really push that deep because of that. The spawn time for everyone is really low, and of course, Mitch could just global TP back immediately. Good job here by Gordon, pushing the top lane with his Ring of Poseidon turned on, and that is going to give him a little bit of tower pressure on the top lane, at least going to force one person to TP on top, and that was the Night Stalker. Mid tower gets denied here, as we see bot tower is going to get defended by TPN by our Weaver. So it looks like the pressure being initiated upon by NaVi is going to slow down for a bit, and I do wonder, what is NaVi going to do right now? It seems like NaVi, or at least how Dendy's playing the Doom, is like, I'm going to just out tank you, and that's why he maxed Scourge Earth and he's taking Pipe. I'm going to just Scourge Earth and Pipe and just walk right in and just tank the hell out of everything, and that's, you know, not. That's a very interesting way to play Doom, because generally when you see Doom, oh, he's gonna farm for Radiance. But hey, that's exactly what I mean, man. If you see some weird item choices on Dendy, don't be too surprised about it, because that's exactly what he's gonna do. Gordon actually coming ahead. Doom 10 seconds cooldown. Gordon really brave here. He has a Hood of Define as well. So at the very least, he's matching Doom's farm, and these guys are going to be roaming around. Mecha is finished on the Windrunner, and looks like we have an earn attempt on our Witch Doctor friend. Still just boots yet, fairly poor. Baja, just a boost of speed as well, he's poor. And how are we doing? Looks like we have a Hex attempt on a Prophet, interestingly skipping all of the items such as Force Staff, skipping, oh, looks like we have a Mitch TPing in for that Night Stalker. He does not have any type, oh, he could TP out, but not under the gaze. Oh, he's going to try it, but no, there's a cast bouncing on left and right. Night Stalker gets ganked at night, or at daytime, but that was very unfortunate. This creep, very angrily, gonna get a stomp off. Meanwhile, his NaVi teammates trying to get a little bit of pressure on the bot lane, but immediate TP coming in from Sanking. Shackle shot not gonna latch here. Heal and Scourge Earth in position, and they're gonna try to push down this tower. Immediate TP in from the Prophet as well. It's gonna be 3v3 under the Dire tower, and I do believe Dire should have what it takes to defend this for now. NaVi knows, and they're gonna back off momentarily. No, what not with the double damage. Shadow Shaman comes in right now. They can turn things around very easily with a Mass Serpent Ward. Dendy will have his pipe sent to him. Is that the pipe right now? No, just a couple of wards. This tower is going to just get overpowered and manned down by NaVi. That's one more tower down. 2 towers left here for Fnatic, and it looks like NaVi's gonna just go on the high ground 19 minutes in without taking the other towers. Mass Serpent Ward being dropped, 3 creeps from Chen. They could bring up Ray Skeletons and everything else, double Ray Skeletons, and they're gonna focus on this tower. Shackle shot not gonna lag for now. Everyone on Fnatic really trying to defend this. Pink, what is he doing? Does he not have a TP scroll? He does not have a TP scroll, but it's still 4-4 because Orange not really in position to defend this for now. And this is not a 5-man push, but despite of that, NaVi's going to do at least half damage to this tower, which is going to make their next push so very easy. Going to back off for now, wait for the cooldown of that Mass Serpent Ward, and Dendy sees his prey on the mid lane. He's going to try to get a Doom off. Oh, really quick Sakuchi from Gordon, and he's going to make it out there just fine. Let's check out how we're doing in terms of item progression here. Arcane Boots and a Headdress on Puppey, trying to go for the Mecha. Arcane Boots up on Dazzle. Arcane Boots up on Shadow Shaman. And throughout all the heals on Arcane Boots, they are going to sustain their push. And that's why they're able to push for such a long time without needing to back off here. Point Booster up on Shadow Shaman for extra survivability. X-Saber is going to be his mid-game choice, of course. Then you're going to go for that interesting pipe build. We have, of course, very tanky here on Night Stalker as well. Going to be going for Earn and then a point booster. Looks like we have a little engagement over here as both teams are trying to find each other under the guise of the smoke. Unfortunately, not going to meet up. Let's check out how the Dire is doing in terms of their item builds. We have a Hood of Defiance. That's it for now on the Weaver. A Mecha up on the Windrunner. A little bit of engagement back in the mid lane. Shackle shot is going to hit on Dandy. Cast is going to bounce and looks at Death Ward doing so much damage, and he is going to go down. There's a grave, and it looks like Dandy says, I know I'm going to die. Going to kill a person. He's going to be okay. He's healing up on the Scourge, pops a He's gonna make it out there alive. Nicely done for Dendi. Man's balls of steel. Nice Soccer is gonna run by here as well, and I don't think they're done. They have so much more mobility. It looks like NaVi gonna just push on the top lane. How boss is Dendi? Getting focused by 5. Death forward on him right now. They get a grave on him and start right clicking, gets a kill and make it out alive, and there's a dive on Mitch. Mitch gets silenced. He's gonna be in a deep trouble, losing a lot of HP. And looks like we have a holy persuasion to send him back. Tower gonna get destroyed. No, nice enough by Weaver here. And now Peppy in a little bit of trouble. He won't have a TP ult. He's gonna be dead for sure. Buy like crazy, man. Puppy, buy your mecha recipe before you die. Just buy it. You have a lot of time, man. Do something. What do you do? He did buy something. Hey, there we go. Mark of a pro player, being able to buy before you die, not going to lose much gold, because you do have a reliable gold, which you're not going to lose. You guys looking at 426 reliable gold. Puppy playing like a champ. Let's go look at the items on the bot, or excuse me, on the dire side. No Ultimate Orb and Mecha, and that's all they have. Look at how poor this Witch Doctor is. Look at how poor the Sanking, and compare that to the you know, arcane boots and headdresses, arcane boots and bracer. Look at how rich the support is coming from the I keep calling them the Dendi team, the NaVi team, and that's because they're pushing down so many tower. Gold difference chart at 5,000 gold, not the biggest lead here, but a very decisive one, as we have better gear on the support. 7-13 in favor of the dire side. In terms of late game, yes, the dire does have, well, it's actually hard to say, because Doom is not bad late, the Night Stalker is not bad late, but I think we can fairly agree on the fact that Weaver is probably one of the better late game hero there is, especially if he gets farmed. But right now, Weaver having a little bit of trouble to pile up gold. He's forced to get treads, and that's going to delay his relic in quite a bit. It's only got 800 gold in the bank here, and he doesn't have really a safe lane to farm in, because every lane's push, well, aside from this lane, but Night Stalker's in this lane, and you don't want to be in that lane. And Night Stalker's been farming quite a bit. I wonder if is he going to just finish his axe before doing anything. It is nighttime, and it's using, you know, really precious moment to get those farm in. And actually, they are sensing a couple guys. Yeah, with the help of this ward, they do know, and they're gonna TP right in for Hovos. Very early grave, and gonna TP right out. Not gonna chance everything or anything. He's gonna make it out there just fine. Back in the mid lane here, NaVi. Dendi has a pipe, has a Vanguard, and look at his tanky potential. He still only has 5 armor, but of course, Scourge of regen. What is that? How much regen per second? Is it 5 or 6? Does it say? It doesn't say. 20? No? 20. I don't play Doom a lot, as you can see here. Is that 24 HP regen per second? No, that's... Isn't it like just 4? Or 5 or 6? Something like that. It's not 24, I know that. Or maybe it's 20. No, it's not 24. Making myself look like a noob. And of course, Pipe does have, you know, 8 or 9. And then Vanguard. He's hitting massive regen. Of course, the Mecha gives you a little bit extra regen per second as well. He has heal through the Shadow Weave. He has healed through the Mecha. He has healed through the Hand of God. Dendi is gonna be a crazy tank, and I don't believe Fnatic has the DPS to bring him down. I mean, they have some magical damage, but here comes a pipe to nullify most of that. Invisibility Room is gonna get bottled here by Dendi. And here we go. NaVi is gonna try to push down this mid tower and just go for the high ground. I don't. Wow, look at all this stuff, right? Of course, they could pop the weave as well. So everything here will get a lot of armor. Good job here by Fnatic, bringing down 2 free towers. One on top, one on bottom. That's gonna give them a lot of gold to get some quick item right now, or give them buyback gold for this next defense. And here we go. 1 tower goes down. And NaVi is going to go on the high ground. Pipe gets it popped. And here we go. Casca not going to do any damage. Master Serpent Ward being dropped just for this tower. Treant gets summoned, but they are going to go down so very quickly. Here comes Gordon. Got to be somewhat careful. Heal goes on right now. Shackle shot on Dendi. Dendi taking the tower damage. He doesn't really care right now. Nice Soccer goes in right now. Baji going to go down. Zoom on him as well. Death Ward being dropped. Just whole bunch of spell being dropped. Gordon gets hexed. He's done. Heno guy keeps everyone alive. Look at Dendi taking the tower focus for the past 20 seconds. Does not care. Nice Stalker jumps in right now. Tornado being flying around. Massive spell going off. And it looks like Death Ward goes on right now. He's going to get sent home, I presume. Still okay right now. Grave on him. He's going to be okay. And look at the sent home. He's going to be
fine. Yep, he's home. No problem there. Invisibility getting activated on Dendy. This Rax in complete trouble as we see. It looks like they're going to defend for now. A teleportation coming in. Puppey going to be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to try to send him, trying to get a kill on Grazin. Dendy, pop out of Invis and go for a kill. Dendy's not going to pop on Invis. Being played. Normally he would. Playing a little bit more defensive for now. It did lose 2 supports, but that's okay. They did bring off 1 Rax. They could come back here with the with Mass Serpent Wards on cooldown and just push down the Rax. Unfortunately, they did lose a lot of time. They lost a couple of towers as well. So Fnatic, don't count them out of this game yet, because they were putting themselves in a very decent lead. They traded 2 towers for 1, and they wasted a lot of Navi's time. They pulled ahead a little bit more in terms of the gear. Oh, actually, I do believe it was a fairly good trade. At least for Navi. They lost a couple of supports, but they definitely kill a couple of heroes. They kill the Sand King, I think they kill the Weaver. So it's definitely a good trade in terms of hero kill. It looks like we have another engagement. Dendy might be in a little bit of trouble as he's chased down by 3 or 4 guys. He's definitely going to go down. Unfortunately, Dendy getting caught out of position like this, that's going to give Fnatic a little bit more time as they could go into the Roshan pit, and indeed they will. Immediate buyback from Dendy. He's not going to mess around. He knows the Roshan attempt is coming in, so he cannot afford to stay dead and wait. And that's going to force everyone to go back. I do believe Navi could continue pushing right now. Ultimate should be coming off cooldown fairly soon. Yes, Mass Serpent Ward is up, and they could go immediately. Hand of God is going to come up in 5 seconds. Well, the question is whether they're going to go into the Roshan pit or they're going to go into the high ground. They have a choice. They have the early to mid-game team, and right now Weaver does not have this. You know, he's only got 1800 gold, and he's gonna just buy damage. Good choice here by Fnatic. He knows this might just. He's gonna go crits, and normally be like, what the hell is this on the Weaver? Like, he's desperate. He needs damage right now, and he's just getting whatever damage he can. Even though 10 minutes later he probably won't like this item choice, but he needs to survive right now, not 10 minutes later. Really brave play here from Gordon. Gotta be careful, because if there's a ward being dropped down like that, he could have been dead, and dead very easily. Dendy waiting for that creep wave before popping that pipe. There is a pipe being used right now, and there's an immediate hex on him. He's going to get nuked down very easily. Gordon's going to go down. No, he's going to be A-OK for now. Time lapse back. Mass Serpent Wards dropping a very terrible spot. He's going to go down. Yes, the Shadow Shaman gets a kill on Sand King, and here comes a push. They have mass armor bonus from the Weave, and they're going to just out-tank the Fnatic team and just go on the racks, but still, here comes Night Stalker and Gordon just kind of high-fiving each other. Dendy doesn't care. Going to start right-clicking on the racks. There's a hex on Mitch right now. Death Ward being dropped. Gordon's going to go down once and for all. Yes, he did. And now the damage output of the Weaver and the Fnatic team's down. Witch Doctor going to get slowed down. He's going to get sprouted by his friend. He's going to... Oh, 2-man Shackle Shot. That's going to help out here. But Vision's going to go down. They just don't do enough damage. Night Stalker is still okay. They will have the Grave. There's a Grave pop on right now. He doesn't even need to get sent home, because they could just kill him out. Mass regen here coming out from both HP and mana from Navi. Just look at the tanky power. And I do believe the mid-racks will go down. And can they kill Dendy? That's a question. Grave still should be on cooldown. There's a Weave on him. Some armor being dropped right now. Baja very low in terms of HP. The armor being gained on Dazzle. He is finally going to go down here, but they got what they need, which is a Rax. These creeps work down the Rax. Range Rax going to go down as well. Navi, 13-17, gonna even the kill score a little bit here as we see Mitch trying to get a TP off. No, he's gonna cancel right now. He's gonna be in a little bit of trouble. Where's the Sprout? Blind Sprout up the wave. No, they're gonna go for a kill. Mitch might be a little bit. There's a fear on him. A couple more right clicks should do it. Tesla Faith should be coming off cooldown. They're gonna get 1 kill. Grazin very low in the mana, and they're gonna be fine. Mitch gonna buy back immediately. It's gonna teach right back really, well, not rage buyback. We'll call it a tactical buyback as he wants a kill here on the Night Stalker. He's gonna get that kill. Trying to send him home is a Puppey, but Puppey might actually be in a little bit of trouble as well. There's a Sprout on him as well, and looks like we're gonna get himself 2 free kills off 1 buyback. Good play here from Mitch. And looks like both teams really buying back, not really want to let up the pressure here on either side. And they're going to get a couple more towers, or a couple more push coming in. And good job by Mitch, sensing that he needs to get a push. But Dandy in position. He will have the Doom on cooldown in a couple of seconds, and he's going to go right in. Types a heart before he goes in for a kill. Dandy, what a play. What personality. What trash talk. And Mitch says, oh, shoot. Help. Whatever that says, he dead. Mitch, no more buyback. He's really down in terms of gold. Dandy up to 1,700 gold. Let's look at the gold difference chart in just a bit. About 8,000, 9,000 gold here, and I don't know what that says, but I don't think he's too happy here. I need to take a moment in time and drink some water, because I've been yelling for the past 20 minutes. Whew, I hope you guys are enjoying this game. The game was delayed for a long time, but we're having an exciting game of Dota. And this game is far from over, or at least Fnatic hopes to be far from over, as they're trying to defend this up. Witch Doctor going for Medallion Courage, which normally is a very, very weird item choice here. But he knows these guys are so damn tank. Of course, Dandy, despite not having any armor bonus, now has picked up a Blade Mail, or excuse me, not Blade Mail, Plate Mail. Of course, he has a Weave armor bonus as well, and Weave has a fairly short cooldown. I think in the last team fight he dropped it twice in a single team fight, because they were just there forever. And looks like NaVi's about to wanting to win this game right now. Crit is finished. Crystallis is up on the Weaver. And here we go. Let's see how they're going to defend Mass Serpent Ward being dropped down here. The reason I don't like this Mass Serpent Ward is even if they bring down this tower, it won't hit the Raxes. And Gordon, you got to be careful. You don't know if they got Sentry Ward down. Looks like Grizin's going to go down immediately. Drop a couple of nukes here. Mass Serpent Ward trying to get focused down. But look at the healing. Look at the regeneration. Denny tanks up everything. The tower is going to go down. Weave on top of everything. Denny just walks right in. The Witch Doctor is going to go down. Gordon on an escape path. He gets doomed. He gets hexed. He's going to go down. Mitch gets silenced. He could only run into the fountain, as we see 4-0 here in favor of NaVi. GG being called. And ladies and gentlemen, that's game 1 for NaVi. From a 1-7 deficit, NaVi says we're going to end the game in an even pace, 19-19, in a massive healing and pushing strat. NaVi keeping the game fresh, as every game is, every team is wanting to get Night Stalker, wanting to get things like Anti-Mage. They're saying we're going to do a healing pushing strat without banning the Ancient Aberration. I still believe Fnatic should have picked up AA. That would have meant a world of difference. It would have meant a huge world of difference. So, but NaVi's going to take game number 1 in this Premier League Best of 2 series. Don't go anywhere, guys. Game 2 between these two juggernauts will return in just a moment, as we see some very, very good Mana Fountain Farm from the NaVi team. And what a strat! What a strat from NaVi.
Triple kill.
Well, Grizin is gonna get an Ultra. Uh-oh, he's going for it. Alright guys, we'll be back with game number 2. Stay tuned to then. And hope you guys are enjoying the game. This has been a presentation of the Premier League. I'm Luminous. Check us out on the Premier League page. And if you guys missed the previous half of the game, we'll be back with the VODs. That will be on DotaCommentaries.com a couple hours after the broadcast today. And we'll be coming to you guys with game number 2 in just a bit. Stay tuned, guys.